Welcome to my 2018-2019 class tour. I'm Maritza from No Fluff Zone, and just a little about me before I show you my classroom is I am teaching departmentalized this year, so I'm teaching the reading, the writing, and the social studies portion of the second grade curriculum in our school. And my co-teacher, which is the teacher next door, will be teaching math, science, and social studies as well. We will be teaching social studies to our homeroom classes. You will see a focus on literacy in this classroom because we are departmentalized. I'm going to start off with my little high frequency words. So this pocket chart, I got it on OfferUp for 10 bucks. The lady was a lady that had been teaching for 10, 20 years or something like that, and she just quit teaching. So now it's mine. And this year I actually have the opportunity to use it to put my high frequency words. What I did is, on TPT they had this free little border. So all I did was add my little font, which is Glacial Indifference, and that's my favorite font right now. And then I was kind of not wanting to print the words every week for the children because I feel like I'll start really good and after winter break it won't happen anymore. So I had the bright idea of just printing blank ones and just writing them with dry erase marker. So this year that's what's gonna work. This little sign is supposed to go outside of my classroom, and it has like a little clip here. And what we do with the sign is, when we are at art, lunch, computer lab, library, PE, music, or recess we do in the back, I will put this outside, and I have a student, that's their job, they'll go outside and they'll go, hey, it's art time, you know, wherever we are. So if someone does come looking for us, they'll know where we are. Here, I have the alphabet, which I got on TPT, and I'll link it down below on the comment section of this video. Super cute, plain. We're in second grade. Hopefully by now you should know the letter sounds, but you never know. And they will use this as reference as to the difference between a capital and a lowercase letter. When I emphasize, I want them to use capital letters in their writing. So I always have the today is, the yesterday is, and the tomorrow will be, because they need a point of reference of, hey, what day is today? I need a point of reference of what day it is most of the time, you know. Materials. This is a big one. I am very crazy about making sure they have what they need on their desk. Not a fidget spinner, not your Lego collection, because if I allow one little Lego, next thing you know, there's 20 Legos everywhere, and you know, the cute little erasers, and that's cool, but at the same time, then they're on the floor, and then I'm losing time that they need for instruction. So I'm very adamant. I printed these out myself. I added big book, little book. That's how I refer to our Wonder series. We have the little book, which is the Reader Writers Workshop, and the big book, which is the anthology. So if you've noticed, I've already even labeled these. I assign each student a number, and each student will keep this book. So when we switch, the other 8 will take care of this book. I have these little bookmarks right at the beginning because they will learn eventually that they have to, you know, keep their place. And they're sharing this book, so I want them to learn to take care of things that they have to share with others. So for example, they'll have the reading journal, the writing journal, the glue stick, scissors. These are the materials that we use on a daily basis. So if I don't want them using it, yeah, it's not highlighter time. It goes in the little red box, which I got at Target for $1. So exciting. All right, so ignore this. This was from a video before. I'm gonna have my name, the date. These are my writing posters. I've updated the fonts on TPT. I have them, you know, there for your use. And the thing about these posters is I am a struggling writer. I have a hard time writing. When you ask me to write something, it's like you're asking me to pull my teeth out. So I can understand where the kids are coming from when they don't understand how to write. Or what do you want them to write about? Like, why can't I just tell you, you know? That was my response when teachers would make me write. So we have in our school district, they teach us strategies to encourage strong writing skills in all of our learners. And this is one of the big ones, dissecting the prompts. This is just for them to know, hey, you know, this is what I have to do. This is how I have to answer it. This is the type of writing I'm doing. This will give them the foundation to where they have to go to 3rd grade and write, you know, bigger and more complex essays. So if you notice, you know, I'm gonna link the video down below in the comment section for the block poster printing, how to do that. I did this. They're on my TPT store as well. You can make your own on block poster. And if you've noticed, I like the fact that it's laminated because I can even write on it as I'm teaching, which is really good. What I did was I counted. So I have 1, 2, 1, 2. I made little holes. I put the book, how are these called? These book clips, I think, spiral things. I'm not sure. God. Anyways, the point is that as I'm teaching them, I will move on. So for example, transition, words and phrases. This is a hard one when you tell them, hey, stop using because, stop using the, stop using in the beginning or first. You know, those words they keep using. Just give them options, man. These kids, you're asking, sometimes we ask a little too much from them. We have to give them the tools to succeed. So I have that there. This is my center rotation chart, which is not cooperating right now. I guess I'm gonna have to glue it. So since I have morning and afternoon, I have 3 groups. I have my outlets, my, I guess hooties or hotties, I don't know, the kids, they always, you know, whatever. The hooties and the elders. And these are my 3 center rotations. I try to keep it very simple and plain because the more centers you add, it's more confusing to the children in the beginning of the year. Maybe towards the end, I will add a bigger, you know, more centers. No? Alright, this is, I mean, I'm gonna do something I don't like doing. I'm gonna show you the state of my book. It is a sturdy bookshelf that's built into the wall, I guess. And what I did was I got this at $10 at Walmart, maybe 6-7 years ago. It's the one that comes with the, I think the valence part, and I just stapled it up there to hide everything I don't really use. This is part of my AR leveled, my AR center pack on my Teacher Pay Teacher store. So I made that, these cute little guys. I do this thing called AR raffle, and we chant, like the kids chant AR jar, AR jar. This year I'm not getting a jar. This year this is what they got. It was super cute at Target. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna get a little raffle ticket after they do 80% or higher on an AR test. They score 80% or higher on an AR test. They're gonna fill out the little AR raffle ticket, crumble it up, and they're gonna put it in there. And very randomly, at least once a week, I try to do it. Sometimes I'll do 5 at a time, and they'll get 1 thing out of the class. Oh, whisper phones. Whisper phones are pretty good for those children that are still not fluent readers. And you know, this is 2 PVC pipes. This is probably $1, not even $2. I did this 5 years ago when I started teaching. I got it from Home Depot. You just click, put them together. It's pretty hard, so make sure you're putting them straight, because like if you notice, this one's slightly crooked. It's okay, it works. So what the kids would do is put their ear there, cover, and read to themselves, because we don't want to hear it, you know. We're all trying to read too, you know. Everybody has their different reading pace. All right. So I also do have books for them to take home that are not AR books in case they want to read at home, which, you know, I always encourage. And I'm not upset if the book doesn't come back. You know, it's okay. It happens. Things happen. I also got this at Target. Target. And they have, you know, I put pretty much the heading because it drives me insane when it's time for a test and they don't have the holes on the left, or they have the paper upside down, or it's like, I don't want them to not have, like, you know, the little skills they need to be successful. So at least this will help them. Hey, this is how it's supposed to look. A visual reminder. Also, numbers. I make them number their papers. Teacher hack. Number their paper, collect it in sequential order. Save yourself the, hey, where is number, you know, where's Anna's paper? Save yourself the headache. All right, so here is my reading wall. I have my reading skill. So as we progress throughout the reading series, some skills repeat, some don't. I have these updated with the font on my Teachers Pay Teacher Stores wall if you're interested. Pretty much most of everything here is on there. I even have a bundle for the reading and for the vocabulary skill. Vocabulary skill was a difficult one for me to make because a lot of the things the kids did not understand, I could not find resources online for. And I teach a very, how can I say this? I teach SPED, which is children with learning disabilities, or SPED can also be students that have been labeled gifted. So I teach both kind of children, and I have to teach English language learners. So these are children that don't know English at all. So these little pictures are really good aids for them. And these anchor charts, they will tell me, oh my God, I remember point of view, the eyeballs. The eyeballs for point of view. Let me show you point of view. And they'll tell you, so this is my point of view one. And as you can see, the same as the writing, all I do is unclip it. You can even have a kid do it. I have a specific student that's in charge of my anchor charts. And this was my first attempt of these anchor charts. I have gotten much better since. And I highly suggest, if you do this endeavor, laminate them. A lot of people have been asking me why I decided to do this. This took a lot of research for me. I had to find the right words, the right pictures, the right format of the letters, because you know, everybody should decorate and do how they want to do their classroom. You do you, boo. But at the same time, can the kids really understand the writing? That's my biggest pet peeve. I'll go into, like, even I'll see some really cute things and I'm like, bruh, what does that say? Does that say, is that an A? Is that an E? Like, I was one of those children that was not formally taught cursive writing. So I can't understand the wiggly stuff, you know? So I try to use font that will maximize visual, their capturing of the words. So I used to use Bookman something, but now I found the world of TPT, and the one I like now is Glacial Indifference. It's my favorite font. This is the font. It's very easy for them to refer to it, and you know, like an A. Like, that's the A, the realistic A for a kid. Oh, I have my Spade Strategies, which is survey the text, predict, annotate the text, dissect the questions, evidence. I printed it little because it didn't fit up there, and that's really a reference for me, as when I'm teaching them, they know the Spade. They'll know the S, the P, the A, the D, the E. They know what each thing means, but I'm the one that's saying, okay, as I'm teaching, all right, so now we're dissecting the question. As a visual reminder for me, hey, is this an explicit or an implicit question? What kind of question is it? And even as they're answering, I'll be looking there to make sure, you know, I'm teaching the right thing, because most of the time we're so worried about making sure once you teach something, that's most likely how they're going to remember it forever. It's very hard. Even when I was taught things wrong, it's hard for you to unlearn things. So I try to make sure I always have a reminder of something of how the things should be taught. Here's my Promethean board, which I saw on Instagram. Somebody put the cutest little googly eyes, huge little googly eyes on him. And then she'll say the phrase, eyes on Bob. And I'm like, OMG, I love that. I was like, I wanted to name my guy though, Ricky Bobby. I'm gonna name him Ricky Bobby, so that's whatever. This has been my torture for the summer. I saw it online, I saw it on Pinterest, you know how that goes. I went on YouTube, I was like, oh my god, that's super cute, super easy. Yeah, this took me, and I'm not done yet, this took me about 8 hours to do. Not because of the work, but they kept sending me the wrong color tool. And I actually have it here, they sent it to me again. It's the same color, allegedly emerald, but if you notice, this is not that same color. So, you know, I'm paying top dollar for this taller tool. I'm not sure, tool. So I wanted to match, so I had to undo it, and it was a disaster. Anyways, this is my little area. This is my really nice chair. It's a lazy boy computer chair, and I got it from BJ's for 60 bucks on clearance. I know it's pricey, but as soon as you sit in it, you can see why it's worth 60 bucks on clearance. I was like, super soft foam. Oh, this is my little teacher-led card. By the way, this is my teacher-led center. Teacher-led card. This is what I have. I have little fluency phrases, highlighters, glue sticks, scissors, emoji stickers. You know, you gotta give the people what they want. They want emoji stickers, give them the emoji stickers. Buzzards. Huh, they fight when, you know, when you're teaching and you're asking a question and everybody's looking like, with this, they'll buzz just to buzz. They might not have an answer, but you know what? They're engaged. At least they want to participate. And you can kind of pull an answer out of them once they buzz. I have these little apples Target, and I laminated them. Yeah, this is a banner. I took it off, so I'm gonna have like quick little, you know, I don't know. I have dry erase markers. I found this on Pinterest ages ago. They've been through a lot, you know. I used these last year, so when they dry out, they gotta I'll do new ones. So they erase with this and little dry erase markers. Terrific apple. If they're being terrific at teacher-led, guess what? You've earned the terrific apple. And guess what that means? If you have it at the end of the day, you get dojo points or class store or whatever I say at the moment of pulling out the terrific apple. You never know with me. I'm very spontaneous with the prizes. These guys have made my students fluent active readers. They love pointing. And because I'm student 9, I use it. So I'll be pointing and they'll be pointing too. And eventually they'll learn pacing through reading. So, you know, you'll see a lot of cute things here, but they actually do work. So then I have more of my curriculum stuff down here. It's a mess. So this is my little teacher-led board where I teach the skill that I'm doing. This is my new offer-up desk. I actually got this from a lady. She had 2 desks, exactly the same. It was, I guess, a pair for her sons for 75 bucks. So I gave the other one to my cousin. And since she helped me, her and her husband helped me bring it here. This pretty much pulls out. I painted it black because everything is black here. Like everything. Look, if you want, you can look in here. Look at this. Have everything organized. Dollar Tree bins. They are a lifesaver. I have these little apples. They're so cute, but they're not that efficient with storing things, so I just keep them in here. And this is my junk drawer because everybody has a junk drawer. You know, these little things that I don't know what I'm gonna do with yet, but I will do something with them. Oh, another pet peeve of mine, the printer. If you notice, I don't have a printer here. My printer is here at the bottom. I actually have a regular printer and a brother printer. This was like a nightstand I used to have, and the other one broke, and I was like, what am I gonna do with this? So I decided to put on the printer on it. And it's pretty good. I mean, you know, I have these 2 chairs because I do have something called push-in help. So it's another teacher that comes in to help. So I even labeled it because the children will, you know, try to be creative and get on it. and I don't want them to hurt themselves. So this is only for that push and hold. Printer, great idea. Now this is my Larry the Gerbil's cage. Larry's not here right now. Larry David is my favorite comedian ever. I love Larry David. Okay, but Larry the Gerbil's not here right now. He's at my house. School hasn't officially started, so I don't want to bring him here yet. I made him this with, this is a box, and I just made like a facade of popsicle sticks. He loves hiding, so I'm going to put all his bedding in there. I don't want to put bedding yet because he's not here yet. Got him this little pineapple chair at Dollar Tree. This is a Dollar Tree orchid. I don't know what it's really called because I throw the tags away of everything, but it's like a little Dollar Tree orchid holder thing. That's what you put in the bottom of an orchid. And all I did was cut like a little U, and he hides in there. He actually hides in there. Oh, he takes a little nap at the top. Now, I love having a class pen. Yes, it's more work. Yes, some of them make a smell. Yes, it's expensive because you have to buy them. Like, Larry likes Cheerios. Larry likes goldfish crackers. Larry likes fruit. Larry likes veggies. Those are things you have to account for when you're doing grocery shopping. Hey, I had to bring Larry a little snack, you know, cheese, a little piece of cheese, things like that. So that's pretty much what I have there. These are my presents I'm making for my grade levels. So I made them super cute. I found this on Pinterest, but we're not, you know, I just changed it to my needs, which is we're teaching together. And inside you have a cute little keychain, hashtag Target Life. I know, but who can say no to this thing? Like, it's super cute. And Dollar Tree, relaxing. Like, when you're sitting in a meeting and they're telling you you have to do something else that you probably don't understand how to do yet or don't want to do, just sit there and take it easy, you know? Take a brain break. Super, look how soothing that is. Okay, keep moving. And I made each of my, this is Miss Picones, I made each of my grade level members a little banner. So I'm to put outside on their window. Super cute. I already laminated it, so. Oh goodness. I'll get to that when I get to it. Nothing new here. Alright, pencils. This is something we all go through. This will last maybe 2 weeks. And then you have kids that say, oh, I don't like that pencil, it doesn't have any eraser. Oh, that pencil's too little. Which I understand the little one, but the eraser one, seriously? So I call it a beggar with a stick. They want the pretty pencil and they don't have their own pencil. So what I do is, where is it? And I am like very, very strict about this. I'm not very strict about a lot of things, but this to me, I even assign a student a job and everything. Like, hey, John, your job is to distribute pencils in the morning, and right before we switch or leave, you're gonna pick them up. And if they don't pick them up, you have to put their name on the board because I need a pencil. So when John is like, hey, Bobby, where's my pencil? You know, Bobby is gonna find a pencil. Frankly, I'm not too worried about where the pencil comes from. I just need my pencil. As long as they're not, you know, robbing pencil stores or something. It's not that serious. I just need my pencil. Dollar Tree. These little apples, I went to Colombia and this lady handmade these apples for me because she found out I was a teacher. She found out that I love apples, and frankly, these are one of a kind. These are super cute. So I got this at Dollar Tree, and when I got it, I was like, it doesn't match any of my colors, but look at that. The little hearts match the door, and the red matches the little apples. And this is something that I love teaching. I love teaching children. It's pretty obvious. I try to form lifelong connections with these kids because, believe it or not, this was my school when I was growing up. I was in this school that I'm teaching in now. and not a lot of people can say that they're teaching in their elementary school. So I'm teaching someone that could have been me. So I take that very personal. I take it very personal. This is my community. My sister still goes to school around here. My mom lives 5 minutes from here. This is my hood. Like, this is me. And when I'm teaching these kids, I'm teaching a little Maritza, a little Victor, a little Jessica. Like, these are people I grew up with, and now we're all successful adults thanks to this education we got. So I try to give my kids, they're my children, the best ever. Now, computer center. These were, they're called hardened tempered boards. I got at Home Depot. So at Home Depot, these guys, they're really one. So you go to Home Depot and you say, hey, excuse me, sir, ma'am, whoever, I need these cut in half. Now here's the hard part. You will have to find a way to make sure this guy stays up. So what I found is at Home Depot, they also sell these little brackets. They're pretty expensive. They're like $1 each, I think. I'm not sure. And then I screwed them in. Now, do keep in mind, some kids will touch the screws. I made the mistake. So I have to fix that before the kids come back in. And I always put my name on everything. I put it right under the computer, one of the. I keep this book here because this is, I think, the first book my mom ever bought me. She actually wrote me, like, that's me, right? She wrote me a little message, you know, with all my love and heart for my heart, for my great treasure and my heart. May God bless you and give you all God's glory that you deserve. Maritza Hernandez, from your mom, Maritza Vega. I love you. And this story, it's, to me, it was such a beautiful story. It's in Spanish. And it's been through a lot because I actually use it and I read it to the kids and stuff. And I'll translate it to them. And they really like it. They like seeing that this fish had so many beautiful scales and, you know, he was willing to share it with others, you know. A lot of us, we forget that we are that rainbow fish with those beautiful scales. And it's hard to share it with others because sometimes people make it difficult. But you can never let people determine who you are and take that gift that you have of sharing away from you. So in here I have all my centers. I made these a long time ago when I was starting teaching. So these are all like diagraphs, how to teach diagraphs, homonyms, ending blends. So as you can see, I laminated. I have the directions in here. If you open it up, they have all the manipulatives they need for that. So I have this organized by word work, reading centers. This is like mostly for independent work. For independent work, sometimes I like to assign a little teacher, and the teacher, you know, is pretending to be the teacher, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna read, and it's super cute. Role playing is still a thing in 2nd grade. Okay, don't let nobody tell you it's not. They love it. They love using their imagination. So look, I'll have like, how is this spelled? These are those books that come in centers. Center books that I've purchased. And I actually purchased some of these from eBay. This lady, I think in Florida, well, I'm in Florida, but this lady sells them already made. All you have to do is pay for it. This was like maybe $8. Amazing. It brings the directions, the story, which I had to make copies. She gives you the color ones. I made a copy black and white because that's what Maritza had, black and white. And then cute little question cards that will match. So if it's like butterfly, it'll be like flowers and butterflies. Super cute. Kids love it. Oh, where was this? Oh, I have this all organized by my standard. I have the math centers because you never know, I might teach math and I'm not getting rid of these guys. I put a lot of work into these centers. I have this table skirt. I bought this 5 years ago, and it's one of those longer skirts, and I cut it in half because you're not going to see the back of it. So I just went click, click. This used to be my teacher-led center skirt, and then I made the tall one. So there was no turning back. Once I cut it in half, that's it. You got to stick to the tall one. Stick to the plan. I had a student, he gave me a Pikachu because Pikachu is the best, obviously. And these are from my childhood. So these two are from my childhood. A student knows I love sunglass emoji, so hello, hi, how are you? Student gave me this last year, and 3 years ago a student gave me this one. So these little pillows are the Dollar Tree pillows. Yes, soothing, relaxing. I was actually considering using this area. It's my first time having a couch. Using it as a cool down spot, but at the same time, like, I don't want them too like motivated to cool down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want them to say ah and, you know, throw a fit just so they could hang out on the couch to avoid work. So I don't think that's gonna happen unless it's a student that really needs that accommodation at work. These were clipboards they had at Dollar Tree. They have them, they bring them back to back. This is my 4th year with them. They bring them every time it's back to school time. So what I did was I cut it in half with the guillotine cutter. I cut it in half, and then I glued this. Awesome work coming soon. And then all I have to do is when I'm putting the work, I just go bloop, like that. That's it. I don't have to staple. I don't have to worry about it. Well, I do have to staple these guys on, and that stays up the whole year. Center norms created with block posters. This picture, this is for my other push-in person. They have a little cartoon. This, to me, I bought this when Blockbuster was closing down, at the Blockbuster by my house. And educators, we tend to forget. We're so involved with our own politics, our own problems, with our adult lives, that we forget that they're watching you. And if you treat someone just in a disrespectful way, they're gonna say, my teacher treated someone in a disrespectful way, so I can do it too, because we're their role models, you know. And I take that very seriously. So this is a visual reminder for me saying, hey, Maritza, you might want to, you know, treat someone a certain way or speak a certain way, but they're watching you. They're sponges. They remember everything you do. This is our bathroom. I've been blessed to have a bathroom. This was actually one of my students helped me create this because, you know, it's Elmo and he's pooping. I guess he's doing something. I mean, Elmo can't poop, but you know what I'm saying. He's on the toilet. The kids find it super hilarious, you know. Once in a while, you gotta give the kids what they want. So up there, I have all my awards from pretty much middle school on. And I put that up there to encourage the students. First of all, I tell them that I'm like super smart, so they believe it. When they see all those trophies, they're like, wow, you're so smart. And then I always tell them that, you know, I went to a university, you know. But they don't really like understand that all teachers went to university to be a teacher. Either way, they really do, you know, it motivates them to trust me, and eventually they, you know, they think it's a funny joke towards that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I went to a university, you know. And they're like, yeah, you're so smart. So in here, I have all my materials or consumable materials that I have. I used to have them in those little Sterilite shoe box organizers. It became tedious to do a quick check. This way I can come here and I just see that, okay, I need binder clips. Okay, I'm running out of magnetic tape. Like, it's a quick way for me to do inventory without having to dig through boxes. And for example, let's say I stop using this type of tape for whatever reason. I use a different brand tape, or I put something else in there. I don't have to worry about the labels and, oh, it's already labeled, you know, things like that happen. So I try to, I've been thinking about the labels, but I'm not gonna get into that, into labeling things. And then this is my school famous class store, where I have these little things where I did have them labeled before. So these are things that they buy with their dojo points. So they, at the end of the week, they have 5 dojo points. They get to pick something from the certain pockets based on the value of the pockets. I also have school supplies in here. I have to, you know, organize this eventually. I have school supplies that were donated by Geddes, I think, the school supply store, and they go crazy over these things. These are like little lead pencils. I'm sorry, they're ice cream cone shaped lead pencils. So you can imagine. So thank you for watching this video. This is my classroom. I hope you can learn tips and tricks for your classroom, and I look forward to showing you more of the things I've learned throughout the years of teaching. I've been teaching about 8 years, and every year I learn something new. So I hope I can teach you something new as well. Please subscribe. I will try to have weekly videos out. Follow me on Instagram, No Fluff Zone. Share the video if you like. If not, it's okay. I get it. And if you have any questions about anything in my room, I will try my best to contact you. You can contact me through Instagram or in the comment section below. Thanks, and have a blessed year.